Greetings. Let's get into it. I'm Fancy, founder and editor in chief of Swagger Magazine. And before we get into everything happening in the world today, I just want to say if you're showing up, you're already doing something right. Now let's get into the news. In world news, we're starting with what's happening on the global stage because what's going down overseas is hitting your wallet whether you're watching it or not. That man has ordered the U.S. Navy to shoot and kill any Iranian boats placing mines in the Strait of Hormuz, and tensions are not cooling down. Iran's Revolutionary Guard says it captured two foreign vessels in the strait and opened fire on a third for violating maritime regulations. Meanwhile, that man that says there is no deadline for ending the war with Iran, and Iran's president says the U.S. Navy blockade on their ports remains the biggest obstacle to peace talks. Why does this matter to us? Because the Strait of Hormuz carries one fifth of the world's crude oil, and experts say it could take months for gas to return below $3 a gallon. That's real money out of real pockets. Stay informed, sis. Money and markets. Speaking of your coins, let's talk about what this global tension is doing to your everyday life. We just talked about it already, but just to make certain that you're clearly understanding, because it's showing up at the gas pump. Gas prices have been falling since hitting $4.17 a gallon on April 9th, but experts say even if prices continue dropping, it could take months before gas prices drop below $3 a gallon again, where they stood before the war began. That man has no deadline in sight for ending this conflict, and the Strait of Hormuz, which carries about one fifth of the world's crude oil, remains closed. Translation: budget accordingly, sis. This isn't letting up anytime soon. In our community news, now from the gas pumps to our boardrooms, let's talk about what's happening to us because the data is telling a story we need to hear. Black women are consistently the largest group of founders starting or running businesses, yet only a small fraction of those businesses scale into employer firms that build a sustainable wealth. According to a recent Essence op-ed, in 2025, Black women-owned employer firms had the lowest average revenue at 650,000, not because of a lack of ambition or work ethic, but because of systemic barriers, including unequal access to capital, which we already know. We just talked about that yesterday as well. Differences in industry concentration and weaker professional networks. Check your network. Your network is your net worth. We say it all the time, but I don't think a lot of people really pay attention to it. I'm trying to upgrade my network right now. Um, I just feel like it's time. I feel like there's a place I'm supposed to be, and I feel like surrounding myself with the right people is how I'm going to help. That's going to help me get there. If you agree, you can let me know in the comments. If you know that your network is your net worth, then drop a one in the chat. That concrete ceiling is real, but so is the resistance. According to the Wells Fargo Impact of Women Owned Businesses report, Black women owned businesses oversee 2 million businesses that employ more than 647,000 people. We are building, we just need the infrastructure to match the vision. And that's exactly why visibility matters more than ever. Hey, Anitris. And that brings me right to what I want to talk to you about directly because visibility is infrastructure too. I know oftentimes a lot of people seem to now be kind of making it like visibility is some type of luxury or something, but that's part of your foundation. If you don't have a visibility plan, then how are you expecting for to actually be able to attract people to your business? Right now I'm offering visibility strategy calls, one-on-one 60-minute sessions where we get into your visibility blueprint, where you are, where you should be, and exactly how to close the gap. Whether you're trying to land features, get on stages, attract the right clients, or just figure out how to show up more powerfully, this call is designed for you. The Swagger Visibility Call is your starting point because building a business is only half the work, being seen is the other half, and that's what we do. Drop in my DMs or head to the link in my bio to book a call. And you are more than welcome to sponsor one of our daily news briefs. These will be done Monday through Friday. If you had noticed how I've been consistent this week, I maybe fell off a day or two. I don't know. But I know I've been, I definitely showed up, I think, the last 2 days. And it's only Thursday, so maybe I wasn't able to do one on Monday. But I have been making certain that I do these daily news rundowns because I feel like we need news for us that is really geared toward us and where we can clearly say those things that matter to us as Black people or a Black community. And those are the things that I want to be addressing, because I feel like oftentimes we get a lot of other stories that really don't totally relate to us, or that don't. I just feel like there's so much other stuff within our culture that we could be talking about. I don't know how else to say that. But so that's your daily news brief for April 23rd. If you would like to contribute a story to the daily news brief, let me get my banner up. Or if you would like to sponsor a daily news brief, because I do see these growing over time. If you tune in and you enjoy the news and you find it to be of importance, then please share this broadcast with another woman within your network so that she can start tuning in too. Because I'm trying to get this to grow. I would like to be able to do a longer segment, but I also need to know that there is cause to do the normal, like I'm not saying I got to go a full 30 minutes, because I don't even think people really watch the full 30 minutes, but I could definitely incorporate some more news stories into the mix. And we can also incorporate some brand shout outs or something along the lines of that. If anybody is interested, then again, shoot me a DM. So peace and blessings, and y'all have a great day.